for our next news special report.
Tonight we're breaking down a story that could shake the very foundations of our republic. We stand at a precipice where allegations of treason and corruption swirl around the highest office in the land. President Joe Biden finds himself at the center of an impeachment storm. This isn't just about politics, it's about the integrity of our nation and the trust we place in our leaders. We've got exclusive footage, hard-hitting facts, and shocking revelations that will leave you questioning everything. This report is more than just news. It's a wake-up call to every American who believes in justice and accountability. So stay with us as we peel back the layers of this complex and potentially historic political drama. You don't want to miss the final thought where we tie it all together, revealing why the stories matter, not just today, but for the future of our great republic. Now, before we dive into our special report, let's talk about something crucial. You know, just like the top-notch news we bring you, maintaining our nation's health is vital. And excess belly fat, it's a silent threat. Much like the unseen pressures in politics, it lurks, affecting our well-being, similar to how unchecked power can erode the integrity of our republic. And that's why I, along with many others, trust this new substance. It's crafted with science-backed ingredients to manage weight, cut cravings, and boost metabolism. Think of it as our way to keep things in balance, just like how we strive for accountability and governance. And here's the best part. You get a 51% discount this month or until stocks last. Keep yourself and our nation healthy. Visit trimwithgary.com today. That's trimwithgary.com. Now, tonight's report is one of monumental importance. We're tackling the brewing storm in Washington, D.C., the impeachment inquiry and allegations of treason against President Joe Biden. This isn't mere political theater. It's a crisis that could redefine the presidency and our republic. At the heart of this turmoil are allegations that hit the core of our nation's ethics. We're talking about possible corruption, abuse of power, and what some are even calling treason. It's a tangled web that involves not just President Biden, but also his family members. Now, we have several clips lined up. Our first one features Representative Pat Fallon discussing the impeachment inquiry on Varney and Company. Fallon, who's a member of the House Oversight Committee, details the intricate web of foreign financial inflows into the Biden family's accounts, amounting to a staggering $24 million. He points out one-sided loans that reek of payoffs rather than legitimate transactions. Take a look.
Right now, House Republicans are meeting behind closed doors. They're discussing a vote to formalize Biden's impeachment inquiry. Would you vote for it?
100%. I sit on the Oversight Committee. I've seen the evidence pour in over the last year. Stuart, we could teach a 3-credit college course about how clearly Hunter Biden was the bag man and Jim Biden as well for the Biden family corruption. And there's so many examples of this. In fact, I'll give you an example right now. About 8 times we have subpoenaed bank records from the Bidens. And all 8 times we found additional foreign monies pouring into their coffers. Every single time. It's up to $24 million now. And now we've also discovered, quote unquote, loans from Jim Biden to Joe. But there's never any flow outward. It's always flows into Joe. There's never a Joe giving any money to his brother or son because there aren't loans, they're payoffs.
Do you think there's an element here of impeachment fatigue amongst American voters?
No, sir. You know what? Heck, Stuart, I have impeachment fatigue. I don't want to see every time we have divided government that the House is one party and the president's from another party, that they get impeached. That's what the Democrats did. I mean, heck, they impeached President Trump twice, and I think wrongfully. So you have to take great care. And that's why we haven't voted on an impeachment of Joe Biden yet. We open up an inquiry, and now we're going to formalize that inquiry because we need to find out, we need more tools in the toolbox, if you will, to find out more information. Because every time we keep digging, we find more stuff. And all the evidence we continue to find, Stuart, never contradicts stuff we already know. It always corroborates it. So in other words, every piece of the puzzle continues to fit together perfectly.
Now, Fallon's call for a more rigorous investigation is a clarion call for accountability. He underscores that with every piece of evidence, the severity of the situation becomes more apparent. This isn't just about partisan politics, it's about preserving the sanctity of our republic. Now, in our second clip, Congressman Marcus Molinaro speaks on the necessity of factual deliberation in the potential impeachment of President Biden. He stresses the importance of thorough congressional oversight and acknowledges the mounting evidence that casts a shadow over the administration. Take a look.
Thank you so much.
Impeachment. What are you hoping to learn today?
Well, I've said this. I didn't come to Congress to expel a member or to impeach a president. I came to Congress to judge facts and make decisions on behalf of the people I represent. They want me to be deliberate in that. I don't serve on the committees of jurisdiction. I believe there is impropriety and incidents of corruption. I believe that the facts should lead us to the next step. If those facts, as presented today and over the course of the next several days, require additional House oversight through an inquiry, I could envision supporting that. I just want to be sure that we are very deliberate in improving and showing to the American people that the facts are leading us to the point where that particular level of oversight is absolutely necessary.
So it sounded like Chairman Comer would have a vote on the House floor in maybe a few weeks. Is that something you could support? You aren't there yet.
Well, I don't sort of judge it that way. I'm sorry. There are issues of impropriety without question. The administration has been less than forthcoming, and frankly, we have an obligation to provide oversight. I believe that we are headed in the direction of certainly having a vote come before us. I believe the facts could very well lead me to that conclusion, but I certainly want the chairman and the members of and the committees themselves to provide that information to us.
Do you think this should be a big focus of the conference?
I think when there is corruption and impropriety in the executive branch, it is the constitutional responsibility of the House to provide that oversight. We don't get to decide when that happens or to dismiss it when it does happen. And so we are confronting what are issues of impropriety and corruption. That has to be confronted, and that is the constitutional responsibility of the House of Representatives.
Thank you so much,
Congressman.
Thank you.
Molinar's words remind us that in our quest for truth, we must tread carefully, ensuring that our actions are grounded in fact, not mere conjecture or partisan bickering. Now, this brings me to the third clip, an unexpected perspective. Sammy the Bull Gravano on Jesse Watters' primetime show accuses President Biden and his administration of committing treason. Gravano, a man familiar with the dark underbelly of crime, sees parallels between the actions of the Biden administration and the acts that he deems as treasonous. Watch.
It's mind-blowing. I don't understand how the country is just sitting back, listening to these things, and no action is being taken. If you want my opinion, there are so many guys that I know who would go to prison for 20 to lifetime sentences for this kind of stuff. And when it comes from the president, the vice president, and people like that, it's beyond theft. It's treason to a country. And I remember when I was younger and I was in the military, treason was something that you would face the death penalty for, because you're robbing every man, woman, and child, every race, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I mean, you can't get a more disgusting crime than this. I've been hearing it over and over again, and I don't understand why there's no actions. There's certain people like yourself talking about it, and I'm very proud of you. I know a lot of people in the media industry, men and women, through the years, and they're good people. They went to colleges and universities to come out and stop things like this and protect us small people. And yet, they do nothing. And I know why they do nothing. I spoke to a lot of them. I'm not going to mention names, but a lot of them they're a single mom, or they have a job that's paying well. Their bosses won't let them talk, and if they do talk, they get fired. And it's a shame.
Gravano's accusation is a sobering reminder of the gravity of the situation. When someone with his background speaks out, it's not to be taken lightly. His comparison of political actions to criminal acts underscores the potential betrayal of the American people. As we connect these dots, a picture emerges of a presidency mired in controversy and shadowed by allegations that strike at the heart of our republic. From the financial dealings of the Biden family to the ominous words of Gravano, the implications are too significant to ignore. In this unfolding drama, the role of the media and the public cannot be overstated. It's our duty to demand transparency and to hold those in power accountable. We must scrutinize, question, and seek the truth, for the health of our republic depends on it. If you found value in this report, I urge you to tap subscribe. It's not just about staying informed, it's about actively participating in the safeguarding of our republic. Now, tonight's revelations paint a dire picture for President Biden's tenure. The allegations of corruption and treason from these Representatives Pat Fallon, Congressman Marcus Molinaro, and Sammy the Bull Gravano aren't mere political jabs. They are potential death knells for his presidency. In Fallen's insights into Biden family's financial dealings, Molinaro's emphasis on constitutional duty, and Gravano's chilling treason accusation highlight a crisis that transcends politics, striking at our republic's heart. The prospect of Biden's impeachment and Kamala Harris assuming the presidency is not only a monumental shift, but a venture into the unknown. It brings an unsettling uncertainty, raising questions about the direction and future of our nation. This scenario, while alarming, underscores the resilience of our democratic system and the imperative of holding our leaders accountable. We stand at a historic juncture where the principles of our republic are tested. This is not just about the fall of a presidency. It's a wake-up call to safeguard the values we hold dear. As we face this uncertain future, let's remain vigilant, committed to truth, and dedication to preserving our nation as a beacon of democracy and justice. This is Gary Franchi signing off, ever vigilant in the pursuit of truth.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.